The latest installment in the Budokai Tenkaichi series, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is a high-octane 3D fighting game with all the flashiness you'd expect from the Dragon Ball series. And today we got a brand new gameplay trailer, and with it, some interesting looks at some old and new features to the game series. So let's dive in and see what we got. But before we do, be sure to subscribe. I spent several hours between watching this footage in all different types of speeds and editing this video, so I would greatly appreciate it if you did. The very first thing I noticed was the amazing introductions for the characters. I've got to say, this is super faithful to the source material, and it looks amazing.
Oh, I won't be losing this one, Vegeta.
Off the bat, I've got to say that the environmental damage is absolutely stunning. It's noticeable instantly as soon as Vegeta flies away, as well as you guys can see here. Wow. Quick side tangent, I noticed that there isn't a dedicated lock-on. I'm perfectly fine with that, that's not a huge problem, but with all the destruction going around, it may be difficult to see your opponent sometimes, so we'll see what happens with that. But I'm positive that there are going to be a lot of methods to play around that, such as the homing dash, as we'll see later on in the video. Right off the bat, we can see that the base movement speed for the characters has been increased drastically. The characters now seem to float around faster. Also, the dash seems to be moving much quicker as well, so that's going to be very, very pivotal for the combat in the game. Characters performing vanishes mid-combos as a way of extending combos is not the craziest thing or most unheard of thing, but I did notice in this preview that the characters were able to close distance and move around with vanishes, similar to how you can in Xenoverse 2, so that's a nice touch. So as it pertains to the combat, I wanted to draw your attention to the various colors of sparks. You're going to see the orange, yellow, red, whatever colored sparks whenever the character lands an attack on the opponent. You're going to then see black sparks when the character is unable to land an attack due to various reasons. Maybe there was a counter that happened, or you both swung at the same time, which basically activates a parrying mechanic to where nobody takes any damage and no advantage is gained. Another quick tangent, I'm sorry. The energy charging looks absolutely amazing. With the huge ki, the attention to detail, the wind around, Goku's shirt fluctuating, his hair going crazy. I absolutely love it and can't wait to see these effects on all of the other characters too. We see the return of a couple old features as well with the R2 boost button and also the homing dash Vegeta performs right after. It appears that the game also has a progressive battle damage system. You'll see throughout the video that when Vegeta gets damaged once, he does represent that. But then when he's damaged a second time, the damage is more severe. And the same applies to Goku throughout the trailer. Focusing in on the combat a little bit, the characters seem to have most of the exact same combo strings as they did on previous installments. Remember those black flashes I was talking about? Well, those also happen on counters, like I mentioned earlier, and on the heavy attacks the characters perform. Here we see Vegeta activate his burst and go all out, and I've got to say that for these big set piece finishing attacks, I absolutely love how the HUD screen goes away, whatever you call that thing, and the way that they put the focus on the main attacks. That's an A+ for me. Speaking of an A+, if you want to earn an A+ as well, be sure to hit that thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. The like goal for today's video is 750. Now remember how I talked about earlier how it could be possibly hard with all of the destruction to see your opponent, and that appears to happen here. There was also an audio cue that played, but it seems intentional that Goku might have lost track of Vegeta after the final flash and all the destruction occurred. And that was just some of the stuff in this amazing trailer. There were so many other things that I could have talked about, but I felt like this video kind of ran its course. So once again, if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And post down below which one character are you looking forward to using the most when Sparking Zero releases officially.